Welcome back to Court Farm. Well, let's see how this goes, shall we? Few things to talk about today, but we'll get to them very, very shortly. So, one of the things that has changed is we just hop in here. 25 pigs. Been managing the overcrowding. So, yeah, we're trying to keep it under control. So, pigs in the improvised shed are fed. Need to sort out a means of getting rid of the slurry at some point. But if we just leg it over here, I have made a change. Two changes, actually. So, you'll see, we had 120 capacity before. We now have 350. We've had the Environment Agency in, and they said that we can store that many. Next change, we've had some upgrades. We've had a bigger water trough plumbed in and a bigger feed trough installed. The theory behind this is this now holds 40,000 litres. So when filling the different sliders, I go to about 10,000-ish, and I know that we're all good and it'll be relatively balanced. So, I've been moving piglets from the improvised shed into this pig pasture now. I did have to sell some before I made this change, and I kind of kicked myself afterwards for not thinking about it earlier. But, hey-ho, that's just how it goes. So, we're into July, as I said we would be. Money has gone down about 60k. We've been buying a bit of feed, and also we've had the loan repayments as well. So that's why that's gone down. So if we hop in here, we've got, let's just show you, our wheat is ready to harvest, our oats are ready to harvest, and our canola is ready to harvest as well. And you'll look at the map and there's lots and lots and lots of contracts available on harvesting. There's cultivating ones, but priorities for today at least is to get hopefully just our wheat field done. We're going to take it nice and steady. So let's give this a bit of a whirl, trying to make sure we don't hit the header, trailer at least. And we want to be dropping the straw. There we go. Lovely. Yield looks all right. So, what is there to talk about? So, first things first. If I sound a bit weird, I am getting over COVID. There you go. So that was fun. Well, wiped me out. It really did. But yeah, on the mend now. So that's good. Really didn't feel like doing a great deal, but yeah, it was a chore. And normally I really enjoy editing, but I just had not got the energy to do a great deal. So yeah, I think we missed one video last week, but hopefully, fingers crossed, be able to maintain some sort of schedule, I suppose you'd call it. This is quite bumpy, this field. I hadn't realised when we were drilling. What else has happened? It's all a blur, really. The grain dryer. The grain drying shed is now on Mod Hub. That was quite a bizarre experience, that was. So, what happened was, in the words of Jethro, let's just get turned around so we can concentrate. There we go. So I've been back and forth with Giants for issues with the i3D file. So obviously it's built from a Giants placeable, and there's elements of prefab included in that. The dryer itself, all the decorative bits inside, some of which were showing snowy faces, and I could not work out how to do it, and tried to put it back onto Giants, and some elements of the shed, it was their model, so, you know, not knocking it, it doesn't even look that bad to me, but yeah, I had to fix the items inside that I'd put in, so it took me an age, and then I think it was a Friday evening, just sat there looking through the ID file, line by line in the different settings, and I saw this one, and it was a number 1 next to snow. Changed that to a 0, came out, loaded it into the game, and eureka, it had gone. I was so pleased. And then it flew through testing, really. I think within a day it had gone through PC testing, and then the same, was it the next day, went through console testing, and was released, and I was like, wow, brilliant, you know, fantastic. So that was all good, and then comes the bit where, and I quite like the reviews. So first one was DJ, and yeah, the mod got absolutely panned, and it really, like, took me aback. Basically what happened was, he looked at it, you know, did the intro to it, and then went into the price lists, and the prices were the wrong way around, and then that got me worrying, going, uh-oh, have I done something wrong? Have I sent the wrong version to Giants? And I was like, no, can't have done. A few people tested it and whatnot, and then so I messaged him on Discord, and yeah, I was sat there, and I'd given up for the night. I'd turned the computer off and whatnot, and phone pings, and it was DJ, and he'd been out and whatnot, and he says, oh, you know, I've just got back, I'll check it again. And it's a fair play to him, he did, and because I was like, have you got anything that alters crop prices installed? And he was like, yeah, I've got fixed crop prices, so that's the disturbed mod. Now, is that going to give us enough space? Maybe. So where is the fast track? Here it is. So I was laughing because I thought, oh, that would be so funny if it was a mod by Disturbed that was not messing it up, but having a bit of a conflict. But it turns out there's a mod called Harvest Profit that bumps up base game crop prices, and he'd got that running, and he was really apologetic, and he tested it, and he was like, oh no, it's fine. So we were having a bit of back and forth and had a bit of a joke about it, and to be fair, I think he put it on every possible platform that he could, that he'd effectively, like, messed up, and yeah, I even got a sub out of him. So yeah, it was really cool. He is a really genuine bloke. Held his hands up, and yeah, corrected his error. But yeah, it was a bizarre evening, and at the time, sort of just into messaging him and all this lot and saying thank you, and then the internet died, and there's no mobile internet the Wi-Fi just decided to cut off. And I'm like, really? Of all the times, you have to go and cut off now. But yeah, all good. Mr. CDP reviewed it. He said it was very lovely, so I'm going to take that. Downloads are going well. So yeah, breathe and relax after that sort of initial, oh my word, this has gone completely wrong. People are going to hate it. To, yeah, being back up again. And, you know, because you do want people to like the mod and enjoy it, otherwise they're not going to download it. So yeah, all done, all sorted, all gravy. Feeling a lot better about things. So that's that, all good. So let's back this up far enough out of the way that we can actually, there we go, do something with the combine and get it around this corner. So yeah, that's what went on with the great mod release. I wouldn't say debacle, because it wasn't really a debacle, but yeah, all good. So yeah, big shout out to DJ for, you know, being humble enough to listen and I guess sort of hold his hands up, you know, because these people do influence, I guess. Whether he'd like being called an influencer or not, I don't know, but hey, so yeah, all good, and yeah, he's a top man. So yeah, all good in the hood. So yeah, right, back to farming. I think 3 headlands, just because give ourselves plenty of room. Oh, bit tight around the corner. So yeah, skipping time. Oh my word, wowzers, I'd forgotten how interesting it is with animals. Took a while, took most of the morning, and then I was able to get on this evening and actually record. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a massively long episode. I am still sort of getting back on my feet, so yeah. What we're going to do is, so we've still got the silage, we're going to keep hold of that. This wheat will now be used for feed, because I've only got about 500 litres of corn left. So I have been sort of feeding properly. I was buying grain grist. No, was it grain grist? Yeah, buying pallets of grain grist, because there was no point buying the food that does 2 sliders when I can just buy the pallets that do the 1, because we could use the other ingredients we got to fill the other 3 sliders. So it's actually been quite cool to do. You know, a couple of buckets of the brewer's grain, just to keep everything topped up, moving, and yeah, get the health back up from where we were in the last episode. But yeah, I'm more comfortable now with the capacity of the pasture. For some reason I thought it was bigger, whether that's because I tweaked the one that we're going to use on Saxthorpe, and got a bit confused with that. But yeah, I think 350 is okay. You know, we're going to be using the butchery. We've already got some pigs that are at 6 months, so I'm recording this episode actually before the other one has dropped, so I don't know what sort of age people are thinking to get the pigs to slaughter, but I did say 10 to 12 months, so going off what I said until things change, yeah, we've got a few more months yet of feeding them and looking after them before they can go up there. But yeah, all good. You can see our linseed is in full flower. we've got... Actually, we can get straw from not only the wheat, the oats, the canola, and the linseed. So we're going to have plenty of straw. I think we might bale it all. We need some for the improvised shed, so we can keep a bit. And then it's another income, isn't it? It's another income stream. And yeah, we can flog it when the time is best. The other thing I did think about, and I'm not quite sure how it would work, but ducks. I'm thinking, why not? Just something a little bit different again. Not sure where they'd go. But yeah. Oh, maybe, no. I was thinking up by the slaughterhouse, but because that would be the idea for them as well, is maybe they could go to the slaughterhouse as well. But we'll see. Just something for the future, maybe. Need to get some cash in first. Money is looking questionable. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Now this looks like we might just get to the trailer. There we go. Will it reach? Will it reach? Oh, not quite. I think it's going to be easier to reposition the combine. There we go. That worked out rather well, didn't it? Right, I will finish off this headland, do one more, and I'll catch you in a minute. So this is the first full trailer load of wheat. And if you remember what I said about it being 10,000 litres per slider now, that's only 2 troughs full. We may need to rethink this. If we could get a couple of, when the time comes, if we can get a couple of corn harvests or maize harvests, we might be able to where am I going? I want to be over there. We might be able to top that up because they're the same feed category. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we're going to get off the field. If that's 20,000 off the headlands, I don't know. You'd hope that we get maybe that again and a bit, hopefully. So there's another, what's it here, 6,000 litres. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, I'm not really doing the maths correctly there, am I? But right, there we go. Let's get in here. See, I'm sure there's about 6,000 litres in there, so yeah, we'll get a fair amount, hopefully. It's better than nothing. At least for a while we won't have to buy any what were we using? Oh, the pig food, standard pig food for this food slider. There we go. Right, let's get down to our straight edge that we've made down here. There we go. Look at that linseed. It look good. It does indeed. Now, like I say, the straw off all of these fields is going to be a help. There we go. Get back there a bit. Get the old VCA on. Combine on. And away we go. So I just looked at the first clip that I did. It's only 17 minutes. I don't think I've spoke that long continuously on one of my own videos. Alright, with Disturb we can talk for hours. We're a right pair of gas bags. But yeah, when it's just me, it's sort of like 5, 6 max. So yeah, sorry if I went on a bit for the first part of the video, but it's good to be feeling up to actually doing it, so that's my excuse. I was going to bale the headlands first, but the swaths aren't too bad. So yeah, we'll just crack on, get the harvesting done, and then we will bail at the end. So what else has been occurring on the farm? Nothing else, I don't think. No, nothing. I haven't been on for a while, actually. Just because it was right. The thing to be doing is feeding pigs and moving through time and paying attention to animal levels. So I was like, as simple as that sounds, it was just not something that I wanted to be doing. So yeah, it was only until today that I fired up this save. I did sit ploughing for, I think there was 6 or 7 hours on the plough on Saxthorpe. Spoiler there, potentially. But yeah, just an easy job. And it looked pretty good in the end. Tried to do it properly. But yeah, no, it was cool. So what are we up to? Nearly 4,000 litres. Bet we haven't really gone over half the field yet, have we? Scores jumped up. Possibly about half. So yeah, reasonable yield. Quite pleased with that. I mean, could we pick up a field with some maize? Go the right way. If there anyone that's planted any. There's a few. 49, 50, 62. Quite a few up here. They're a bit of a trek though. But yeah, we'll have to have a look. That was good timing. Head her up. Spin around. And crack on. What are we up to? 54%. So probably need to grab the trailer at the end of this run. Just to make sure we can make it back down the field. But it shouldn't be too bad because the auger's on the right side. So jobs are good and there. So one of the most important things that I haven't said is thank you very much to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. You are all amazing. Now, what do I need to be doing? I need to be thinking about emptying. We won't get all of this in the combine, the trailer, but it might be worth emptying now. So there is as good a place as any. There we go. So we've only got about space for 3, maybe 4,000 litres. That's another trailer full. I'm thinking we might need to remove some of the spindly little bushes around the edge of the field before we replant, but we'll see how we get on. So we'll top that up. There we go. Go and get that tipped into the silo. So that's 41-ish thousand litres already. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. Well, maybe we need to do... let's not forget we've got as well the field beans to add in to the mix somewhere. So yeah, maybe we need to rethink the diet. I'd forgotten about those. Maybe things won't be as bad as I think after all. So we'll get this loaded up, pop back in the combine, and I'll see you when we're nearly finished. Our last pass, and we're going to end up with about 5,500 litres in the combine, which is alright by me. There we go. Just pull forward, even the swath out a bit. There we go. We can now auger out at the JCB. So we've ended up with about 52,000 litres, but we'll have a proper look in a second. Now, I don't know whether to go and harvest another field today or bale this one. I'm not sure. So, while that's unloading, I'll have a think. The other thing I want to have a look at is the ducks. And whether it's just as simple as they live in a chicken coop. Or do we need a special husbandry for them? So let's get this tip in. And we'll have a little look at what is installed. So concentrate on one job at a time. There we go. Let's get that tipped. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. And then into time saving stock check. 51,225 litres. Not too shabby. So now we can just turn the engine off on that for a minute. Turn the engine off on the combine. And we'll have a look at animals. So, is it just a case of that they fit in? Have a look. Chicken pasture. I don't actually know. I guess they might do. Weird. Not weird, but place to keep sheep. I might have to have a test of that off screen. I'm sure somebody knows, so if you do know, drop us a comment. Give me half a clue. Right, what do we want to be doing? Let me have a think, and we'll either be baling or we'll be combining. You join me, easing our way into field 19, where we're going to harvest our canola, hopefully. That can just... Oh, we're on the gate post. Trying just to pull away enough so we can then drag out the telehandler and the header trailer. You'll see... Hello, cars. We have destroyed some of the crop, but it's the only way to get in, unfortunately. So we'll just open up the field. There we go. And turn off the beacons. Now I'm wondering whether just to do a lap and then make space to reverse the header trailer into. Yeah, I think we'll just go with that. So, yeah, I thought, baling, we can bale straw anytime. Let's get the canola harvested. I've also taken 3 wheat harvesting contracts, just because logic there, as you can probably guess, is we can then keep the excess and top up our feed. So yeah, only took 3 because it wouldn't let me take any more. I forget the name of the mod that lets you take more than 3 at a time, but that'll do us. We can crack through them. Might be something that I work on off screen, or I might do the baling off screen, and we'll see. They're not massively lucrative, so we're not in it for the money. Although it will help, but like I say, it'll go towards topping up the feed wheat that we've got, or the wheat for feed, whichever way round you want to look at it. The beans next door in the field in front of us, just here, are looking rather good, so quite looking forward to getting into them when they are ready. Decent size swath. Honestly say that'll be the first time I've baled canola straw. I know it's no different, but yeah, first time doing it. So yeah, it's quite cool and quite nice that it's actually added as part of the map, and you haven't got to have an extra mod to allow it to happen. So this canola is going to be the protein food for the pigs. Now again, we might need a bit more, but anything we can grow ourselves is less that we've got to buy, and that makes my life a lot more easier. Now obviously we've got the brewer's grain silage, so that we can buy now from that placeable, so that's handy as well. We're never going to run out, it's just having the funds to do it. So if we clear as close as we can to the header trailer, there we go. Then what we can do is, in fact, that lot is probably going to get destroyed once we reverse, so we might just crack on and get the rest of this canola harvested. There we go. Not going to take long, not a massive field. So yeah, maybe land is something we need to look at in the future. But yeah, all good. Nice to be harvesting. We only had, I think we did a sorghum harvest, didn't we? And then we did our corn, and that was about it, I think, last year. So yeah, mixed bag of soil in this field. So yeah, cracking yield in some places, not so good in the others. But that's the way it goes. There we are. Back it up, try and even out the swath a bit, and then get ourselves positioned to do another run up. I'm wondering, you know, whether this field will all fit in the combine. Quite possibly, I think. Which isn't ideal, but can't be helped. So I haven't bothered with GPS for this field. Can you tell? Oh dear. How do you make myself chuckle? It's going to be close, but I think it is all going to fit. I don't think there's another 1,000 litres sat on the field here, which, yeah, again, makes me wonder whether we're, I don't know, not on a hide into nothing, because that's a bit extreme, but we have got, again, but we got the, I don't know why I keep saying it, because in reality, we've got the beans that are going to fill this category as well, not the wheat one, but there's plenty of contracts out there, so that has the double-edged sword of, or double-edged sword? No, double bubble of getting paid to harvest the field, and we get the excess. So yeah, I don't know what I'm on about. We should be grand for feed. There we go, last little bit. There we go. We may have had, potentially, did I destroy 300 litres worth? Maybe. But hey, can't be helped. But I'll tell you what we will do is we will jump in the telehandler and I think forward maybe. Get that out the way. Back in the combine, and we'll just get these bits just because, you know, why not? There we go. Absolutely worth it. And a bit of the hedgerow just to boot. There we go. So, 2 fields all done. Got the oats to do next time over here. I've got some baling to do, and we've got a couple, well, several contracts to be looking at. I'm not going to go mad through the months, as in time-wise. This is an important time of year for us to get as much crop into the silo as we can. So, yeah, I think we're going to call it there for today. Thank you very, very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like. Think about subscribing to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.